Let's invite another company which has posted a very good set of numbers. Thyrocare's numbers came in very good, and we have with us Mr. Velumani, the Managing Director of the company. Good morning, Mr. Velumani. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, it's an excellent revenue performance and a very good growth in EBITDA and margins as well. I mean, how is it that you're able to maintain the margins as well? I can understand your revenues, you guided us for this kind of a revenue growth, but what's going right in the margin front?
I think the margins have remained the same literally for now 10 years.
I thought your operating margins were 39% now.
I think 40 plus or minus 1 has been always on. And in fact, the worry has never been on margin. It was always on growth. And only when you see a challenge in growth, then you need to sacrifice a margin. I think fortunate for us, especially in healthcare industry, where the organized market is comfortably growing. Top 10 players are very powerfully, driving. There has been a comfort of 25 plus growth. Percentage wise, we have a difficulty of comparing this quarter and the previous quarter, because all the quarters have ups and downs, seasonal.
No, but if you compare year on year, you have done 21.7 or 22%.
Yes.
So should that be the run rate that we should expect?
I think in this industry, organized players should do a 25% growth. The unorganized industry might grow somewhere around 12 to 14%. But an organized player is 20 plus. If somebody doesn't do 20 plus, that means something is wrong.
Okay. In your imaging business also, you've broken even this time around marginally in Q1.
Right.
What kind of margins can we expect in that business and revenue growth over the next couple of quarters?
In fact, imaging business is as tempting as a pathology business, except that it demands a high capex. When we do a 100 crore turnover in an imaging business, we should have a 60% EBITDA, in fact. Okay. It's only the depreciation which is a bit higher because of the high capex. So I don't truly see radiology business any worrying business when you touch a 100 crore turnover. I think this 100 crore turnover is a mark on which you will find it very attractive. Otherwise, you will always feel it is less EBITDA business. Okay. So it's a long way to go. I expected
What
that.
What is your revenue now?
We are today doing around 20 to 23 crores.
Okay.
And this business, once each unit is put, it takes 30 months to break even. But the scanners have a 10 years of life. So in fact, I have said earlier also, it's not a banana business, it's a coconut business. Okay. It takes 7 years for you to see a result in case of coconut.
So, coming back to the growth numbers that you said, in this year, most of the companies in your industry should do about 25% growth. You're sitting on a base of around 240 crores of revenues as of last year. So should we expect 300 crores by FY17 or better?
I think 300 should be done, and any better should be even as a happy news to me. Okay. And we have been growing at this rate, except that in between 1 year we went down as low as 12%, 13%. And then we did some tweaking in prices. When you have a comfort in EBITDA, you can always tweak it exactly when it is needed. Until that time, you can keep driving the business.
So likewise, then EBITDA of 35% also is something you can maintain?
If it goes less than 40, I will be worried about.
But it is less than 40. It is 34.5%.
That is quarter to quarter, there are some fluctuation. When you analyze
even EBITDA, you will average 40.
I think average 40 EBITDA has been there. I have never heard in Thyrocare anything less than 40% on an annual number.
Can you update us on your regional processing labs expansion?
We have the Bangalore got inaugurated last Sunday. So we have 6th going on. I was to go a bit more aggressive there. But I think I should only grow as per the growth. Should not invest on capacity and make the machine to wait. Okay. So I might do next 6 in this financial year. Otherwise, unnecessarily, it is an ego which makes you to feel I must have too many. and many standing is detrimental.
So what about the expansion outside India of your diagnostics labs business?
We are in discussion. In fact, I am of that opinion. If I go to their table, I have to follow their terms, and I'm waiting for them to come to my table.
So anything lined up in this calendar year itself?
We do see a couple of relationship possible in Africa.
Okay.
Because that's an emerging market, and in Indonesia also we are in an active discussion with a party. We are not in a hurry. I think we would be going a bit slow on the global expansion.
All right, Mr. Velumani, we will leave it at that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much for joining us
Thank you very
this
much.
morning, and here's wishing you all the very best. We'll have to wait for a minute before